Okay, so I keep harping on these rules again, over and over and over again. 25 feet between the first pixel and the controller or receiver. If you need longer distances, use a receiver. We're going to talk about the other exceptions down here. If you want a very, very generic explanation on how many pixels can I connect to my controller or receiver, no more than 212 millimeter pixels at 50% output. 50% output, as we've talked about before, pretty normal at 12 volts. It's not uncommon for people to run them at 20. Heck, I've seen people run them at 30. I'm sorry, common to run them at 30, but even people running them at 20% output. We support our seed pixels. This, again, will all vary. 250 seed pixels at 50% 12-volt output. And when we say those numbers, we're saying 50% reduced because you can go into X lights and change the output percentage. And that just caps the amount of power that any given pixel can consume. That is assumed to be all the pixels, all on, all white. Because if you're just doing red, you're only using at best a third of the power, right? So you're probably not having a raw problem with power at that point. So you're always looking for the worst case scenario, all on, all white at the same time. Now, if you generally are talking about a 12-volt pixel, so you go to the end of the pixel and you use your pixel tester. So at the end of a pixel will be a female like this with pins. Put your pixel in there. The two bottom ones next to the flat end is the positive and negative. If you put a multimeter in there and you measure something below 12 volts with the lights on at full white and it's below 9 volts, you're going to get some weird stuff. The chips just don't operate. I know they run at 6 volts, right? Or 5 volts. Why 9 volts? Because there's some dropping pieces in there, and some chips will work better at that. Some chips will work okay at that. Some will go bonkers at 9 volts or below. So it all just varies. All right, so my experienced people are going to go, hey, but you didn't talk about power injection. Well, not only do we know about power injection, in fact, this was very common before long range was instituted. That was the solution. You had to do a house outline. You were doing a bunch of power injection. Power injection, this is the story I always use. It's Q-tips. Q-tips on the box never say put these in your ear, because some people put them in their ear and then stick them through their ear. And then, of course, the Q-tip people don't want to be sued. They're perfectly fine to use in your ear if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing and you're walking around and talking to your cat while you're putting your stuff in your ear and you get distracted, yeah, that's going to be a problem. And for us, our insurance company, due to an incident, indicated, yeah, you can't tell customers how to do power injection. GM won't tell you to throw a turbo on their Corvette they just sold you. Good luck for you, right? So power injection is a perfectly valid solution. You will know if you have the skill to do it or not. If you don't know what you're doing, please don't do it, because it has resulted in fires. And if you do it, always use the appropriate hardware. We even sell products for fused power injections. This product over here on the right is one of our fused output boards that goes on a power supply. And we also sell another one for fused outputs on long ranges. So yes, absolutely, you can do it. We even sell cables for power injection. You can modify them and stuff like that. Power injection is very complex, makes your troubleshooting harder, and people blow a lot of stuff up with power injection every year. It's never changed. It's always the same. So only use it if you know what you're doing. So reduced output, yes, as I just mentioned, you can run more pixels on a particular output if you reduce the percentage of output. If you don't know what the number is, and most vendors, ironically, don't even list the number, just test it. Hook up all your pixels. It's either going to blow the fuse or it will cause your lights to not look correct. So if you look at your first pixel and your 358th pixel, they're probably not going to be the same color. And again, you need to test it white only. So if you're doing any point where you need white as a color, make sure you just turn all the pixels on. And then you'll know. You could tweak it, right? Now, data. Hey, I'm doing a house outline, but I got to go 50 feet. I know I can use one of these null pixels. So over here on the right, you'll see that we sell this repeater or null pixel. Basically, you just throw it in the line. So, you put your 20-foot cable from the controller, throw one of these in there, go another 20 feet to the next thing. And what that does is that's basically a pixel. And as I mentioned before, a null pixel repeats the data, right? Okay, so it does not fix magic power drops, because you still have to get power through the wire on that red wire to power the pixels. So it may repeat the data. And again, it doesn't fix bad quality cables and problems like high voltage and stuff.